Hi, everybody. Just wanted to give you some information on product planning and kind of what the next stage of this internship is going to be. So during your first week, you all kind of came together. You learned about some of the tools that you have available for your invention project. And then you also came up with a bunch of different ideas, designs, mock-ups for what the invention should be that we should all work on this summer. And so now that that's done, now that we've actually selected an invention, a new product that we're going to want to make, now comes the time when we actually need to start building, start making that. And that can be kind of hard when we have so many different people from so many different backgrounds, with so much different knowledge, trying to come together and trying to make something new, something that's never been made before, something that hopefully is going to help make the world a better place. And so how do we get 20 different people together to figure out how to work together? You know, there's this, I guess, saying that, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. I definitely think that that's true in making a new product. So if we wanted to make this product really fast, the fastest thing to do would probably to just have 2 or 3 people work on it. They could probably get this thing done pretty quickly. However, if we want to make this thing really impactful, if we want to make the best possible product, if we want this thing to, be something beyond maybe just this summer, I think bringing all of these people together to work on it together is going to make it even better. But that's also going to make it kind of difficult because we have to organize, we have to communicate, and that can be tough. It can be frustrating, and it can be at times feel like things are moving kind of slow. And so we have some tools that we're going to be utilizing to help us work together, to help us make sure that people know what they're supposed to be doing, what they're supposed to be working on, how they can contribute to the product, and how they can try to figure out, how to use their time and talents to make it even better. And so the first thing is we're going to start very general. We're going to talk about plans, and we're going to talk first about a very general plan. And this is going to kind of outline what we're going to be doing for the rest of the summer. So for the next 8 weeks, we need a plan that's just very general. This is not like specifically build this part or anything like that. And that overview plan is what we call a roadmap. And so I'm going to share my screen with you so you can kind of see. There's a couple different places where you can access our product roadmap. I have an initial version that I kind of created that we can start with. Obviously, this can be modified, changed as we go. But on the internship curriculum website, under product planning, there is a link to our roadmap and our product overview board, the 2 things I'm going to be talking about. So if you have access to our shared drive, you will have access to these documents, which is everyone in this internship. There's also another place where you can access these. Since they're really important documents, they're going to be saved inside of our shared drive. So this year it's Interns 2020. And here's our shared drive. Here's where we're going to store all of our most important information, anything that we want to share across our entire group. And so there's these 2 important documents here. The 2020 roadmap is really the first one that we want to talk about. This is a very simple overview, a very general overview of what we're going to be doing every single week for the next 8 weeks so that we can create and launch a new product that's going to make the world a better place. So you can see there are specifics in here. I will let you kind of read through, talk about what we did during our first week. We got familiar with our invention kits. We brainstormed potential invention ideas, and then we finalized a group invention idea. So we've got that done. Now we're moving on to week 2, where we'll start to research that invention idea specifics. And so there's just some very general things in here. Check this out. We're going to need to talk about this as a large group. Do we need to make changes? Is there something missing? Is there something that maybe we should be focusing on at a different time? So make sure that you understand this roadmap, and if you have any suggestions for changes, we're going to need to talk about those. So this is, like I said, very general. Research invention idea specifics. That's not saying, like who's supposed to be doing it, how long are they supposed to be doing it for, who's going to be looking at which parts of the invention ideas. And so we really haven't divided up the work. We haven't, kind of figured out who is going to be doing what. When we talk about connecting with stakeholders for initial input, who's going to be doing that? How are they going to be doing that? And so we need to now kind of take this overview plan. Now we're going to actually start putting it into specific things that we can do. And so that part, that more specific plan, is called the product overview board. And so there's a link in the online curriculum to your product overview board, both in product planning, or maybe the easiest place to find it is just in our shared drive, our product overview board. And right now, this is blank. There is nothing in here because we haven't had a meeting. We haven't had a chance to come up with ideas, to think about what needs to be done. And so what we really want to do during our all-hands meeting, and maybe even before our all-hands meeting, is have people go through and see what's on the product roadmap for this week. What's coming up maybe by week 3? So what kind of stuff do we need to have done in order to meet those general objectives that are in our product roadmap? And then we're going to put those into some specific jobs, and we're going to put those onto our product overview board. And so when we talk about research invention idea specifics, depending on what the invention idea is, there might be some specific things that we need to research about it. So say we were trying to invent an autonomous car. We might want to do some research on how do different autonomous cars work. And so that might be a general thing that we need to do, something that we need to put on our list of work. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start adding sticky notes to this product overview board. And these are going to be more specific. These are going to be specific tasks that somebody might be able to get done in about a week or 2. So these aren't really specific, like tasks that somebody could get done in a day, but these are generally specific. So these are kind of major things that somebody could get done in 2 weeks. And so let's think about maybe research and describe major ways that autonomous cars work today. So that might be something that definitely a couple people could work together on. They could take a couple weeks or maybe a week and get this done. So these are really, like I say, general stuff, things that could get done in a week. And we're going to press save, and we're going to put that sticky note onto our product overview board. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to come up with what are all the different jobs that we need to get done, like I say, within a week, maybe 2 weeks at the most. And we're going to need to add all of those onto our waiting list. Anyone can add stuff to this waiting list. Maybe something else, if I'm working on autonomous cars, I want to demonstrate how LiDAR works. Maybe that's something that we decide that we need to be able to do. And now I'm going to kind of arrange these in a way so that the most important stuff is towards the top, the stuff that I think needs to get done first, and the less important stuff, or maybe the stuff that needs to get done later on, gets moved towards the bottom. So this board kind of acts as a ranking. Stuff that's towards the top is probably the stuff that's most immediate, the stuff that's most important. Whereas the stuff towards the bottom, they're still important ideas, but they're things that could wait, things that we could do later on. And so we need everyone to feel like they can contribute to this. So if you have an idea, something that needs to get done in the next week or 2, like I say, generally something that is a little bit general, something that might take some time, add it to this board. And then position it with how important you think it is. Right. So I'm going to delete these since we're not actually working on autonomous cars. And I will let you all put everything into the waiting. And then what we're going to be doing in our next kind of stage after we kind of get a bunch of stuff into this waiting, a bunch of things that we need to get done in the next couple weeks. We're going to move on to the next stage, which is all about dividing up that work into groups. And so we'll talk about that next. Good luck.